Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Emergency dispatchers in Grant County can now receive video from 911 callers who use smartphones. Eastmont Superintendent Becky Berg says she's staying on for a few more years. Back to the sunshine and warmer temperatures as we head into the upcoming weekend. All the details in your local weather report coming up. Updated ballot counts show the Eastmont bond 0.6% away from the 60% supermajority threshold it needs to pass. The newest results show 59.42% approval with 4,268 total yes votes and 2,915 no votes. That number is up from election night results, which initially showed the results as 58.83% approval. The next ballot count will be on Friday, February 16th at 1 p.m. The Douglas County Auditor's Office shows about 800 ballots left to count, though not every ballot will go towards the Eastmont bond. The Senate capital budget proposal was released this morning and allocates $1.3 million to the Leavenworth Affordable Rental Project. Senator Brad Hawkins had submitted a budget request for the funds in collaboration with Upper Valley Mend and Leavenworth Mayor Carl Floria.
The entire Leavenworth economy depends on a local workforce, so we need to continue to move forward on housing solutions or essentially the community itself will struggle.
If approved in early March, Upper Valley Mend will have the opportunity, thanks to the family of Marson and Marson Lumber, to dedicate 31 apartment units to affordable workforce housing. Mayor Floria says while Leavenworth has grown its tourism workforce by over 500 workers in the past 10 years, it's not provided the kind of housing those workers can afford. The capital budget bill is $1.1 billion total and goes to fund public construction and renovation projects throughout Washington. For the Wenatchee Valley, other earmarks include $19.6 million to rebuild the Center for Drug and Alcohol Treatment, $2 million for infrastructure at the Greater Wenatchee Irrigation District, and $1 million each for the Wenatchee Valley Museum and the YMCA. The legislature has until March 7th to vote on the expenditure. Emergency dispatchers in Grant County can now receive video from 911 callers who use smartphones. Mac 911 recently began using Carbine. That's a software feature that allows callers to share their phone location and access to their cameras. The agency says that will enable it to gather and share more information about a 911 call with the first responders. It's part of a series of improvements in Washington's 911 systems, which now also allow texting your emergency to operators rather than making a voice call. When we come back, while the legislative session is still going on, the 12th District's 2 state representatives plan to hold a virtual town hall meeting on Monday to help explain what's happening in the House and Senate. And the primitive section of Burch Mountain Road is closed starting today and will reopen on April 1st. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Working with August Edge Real Estate, both sellers and buyers feel confident knowing they are in the hands of award-winning professionals. August Edge offers a 2% listing commission, which includes above-standard service and technology.
We offer high-tech 3D imagery, drone photos, local North Central Washington TV ads, and impressive smart flyer installed at your listing. The August Edge website also hosts your home with an interactive featured listing page.
August Edge is professional, personable, and preferable.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
NCWLIFE channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Eastmont Superintendent Becky Berg is staying on for a few more years. The school board extended her contract at the January 22nd regular meeting until 2027. Berg took over the job after long-term superintendent Garn Christensen retired in 2022 after 15 years with the district. Berg joked that while she would not be lasting as long as Christensen, she is excited about the opportunity.
Oh, I'm thrilled. Steady board leadership, steady superintendent leadership is beneficial for the district, and that trickles to the classroom and to kids, and that's what we're here for. So Eastmont has had a good history of long-serving superintendents. I probably won't stay as long as Garn, or I'll be 80 years old, but I'm thrilled to have a few years more to do some good work.
While the legislative session is still going on, the 12th District's 2 state representatives plan to hold a virtual town hall meeting on Monday to help explain what's happening in the House and Senate. Keith Gaynor and Mike Steele will speak with constituents by online video starting at 6:30 p.m. They ask that people interested in joining the webinar pre-register at the address provided. Gaynor says the conversation will include what's gotten past the House so far, what's failed, and what to expect from bills that become law. The primitive section of Burch Mountain Road, beginning at milepost 1.12, is closed starting today and will reopen on April 1st. The area is being closed due to its susceptibility to a cycle of freezing and thawing during the springtime. This is an annual temporary closure set in place to prevent the roadway from becoming damaged. Other seasonal road closures currently underway include the undeveloped portions of Horse Lake Road, Mountain Home Road, and Oklahoma Gulch Road. Visit Chelan County's website to stay updated on seasonal road closures and weight restrictions. Coming up next, we will bring you our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society when we will introduce you to Wilson the dog. Mainly dry and warmer with sunshine tomorrow and right into the weekend. I'll have all the details coming up in your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
It's cold outside and time to make sure your loved ones are safe and secure at home during the cold months ahead. Aging in Adult Care has low-cost, in-home care options for seniors, adults with disabilities, and for caregivers assisting relatives or friends. Services like housekeeping, personal care, and home-delivered meals can make such a difference for you or someone you know. These services and more are available by calling Aging in Adult Care's offices at 1-800-572-4459.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee help. Mary Maid's cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it, if only you had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties, Mary Maids, let us help.
It's time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight's featured pet is a dog with a super sweet soul. He has a lot of love to give and he's ready to give it to a new family. Meet Wilson.
This is Wilson. Wilson is our pet of the week. He is 2 years old, bit of a mix of breeds, golden retriever, maybe some German shepherd in there. And as you can see, Wilson is a lover boy. He loves attention, he loves being patted, and he's also an athlete. This dog could go for a 10-mile run with you and then come home and want to go for a walk around the block as well. So he's extremely sweet, extremely loving, good with other dogs. He came in with another dog, so we know that he has good dog manners, and he really is looking for a forever home that will, enjoy being outside with him and getting exercise. He's very athletic, so he will need to be, given that chance to run and to play. And if you want to meet Wilson, he is part of our Be My Valentine promotion right now. He's $25 because he's over 30 pounds. We're doing that because bigger dogs often have a harder time finding a home and they end up staying longer at the shelter. So Be My Valentine, come find Wilson, give him a place in your heart and he will fill it up, $25. Wilson came in with another dog a couple of weeks ago, so he is definitely ready to go out to a new home. He's very sniff oriented. He'll sniff everything and investigate everything. I have duck treats with me today and he seems to be completely unmotivated by those, so it's not duck. It might be another treat, but it's not duck. He is learning his commands. As you can see, he's a real sweet dog, so easy to put a leash on, eager to get out, but he does need some work on sit and come and stay. But this dog wants to please, so given some time, he will become an absolutely perfect companion. So if you want to meet Wilson, if you want to make him your Valentine, we're open Thursdays through Tuesdays from 11 to 6.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Thursday. A bit of a surprise, but was it? We talked about snow in the forecast. And the snow totals really varied around our viewing area. Leavenworth had up to 5 inches of snow, most of East Wenatchee about 3 inches, and barely an inch then in Wenatchee. So it was pretty scattered, the amount of snow that we received. And you can see still a little bit of snow as we take a look at our Waterville Skyfi Tower camera. Look at this gorgeous dramatic shot looking up the Columbia River, and you can see still some clouds hanging around. We had a mix of clouds and some blue sky. It's still just a slight chance that we could see maybe a rogue snow shower or two as we make our way into the evening. 35 degrees, quite a bit cooler once again. Our afternoon high temperature, 42 is where we should be for this time of year. 28 is where we started our day, and that's about normal for this time of year. 27 is our normal low, 14 our record low, and that was set in 1985. That snow, it was a very wet snow. We picked up 0.15 of an inch of precipitation, and since January 1st now we're at 1.62 inches, and that's over 0.2 above where we should be for this time of year. About 2 inches of new snow at the airport, so that gets us to 27 inches now, and that's for the winter season that starts back in October 1st. So not a whole lot of snow. We're normally at about 38 inches for the season. Sunrise 7:06 and the sun sets at 5:24. All right, taking a look at what we can expect for Friday. Temperatures will begin a slow warm up. 39s for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 38 your high temperature tomorrow in Quincy. And considering we warmed up about 2 degrees more than we thought we would tomorrow, that might be the case tomorrow. We'll see, or today rather, we'll see if that's the case tomorrow. 36 for Wenatchee, 35 in Eniat, and then a little bit warmer up Highway 97, Chelan and into Omak. Leavenworth and Cashmere tomorrow, generally in those mid-30s. Taking a look at tonight, we can expect partly cloudy skies and chilly conditions. Overnight lows tonight with those partly cloudy skies will drop into the lower 20s. Here's all of the moisture that we picked up. It's slowly sinking to the south, and by the time we get to Friday, look at the size of this area of low pressure out in the Pacific. That will sit there for a couple of days. and it's also going to help warm us up a little bit because notice the airflow coming up from the southwest. We'll see highs on Friday, generally in the upper 30s around our area, and then getting into the weekend, boy, things look nice. Saturday, partly cloudy, just an isolated shower or two, mainly in the mountains Saturday. A little bit warmer, highs near 40 degrees for Saturday, and we'll continue that warm up on Sunday. Once again, an area of low pressure out in the Pacific, drawing all of that warmer air and moving it up our way. We'll see highs in the low 40s with mostly cloudy skies on Sunday. As we get you into Monday then, kicking off our next work week, that low pressure really isn't going anywhere. It actually moves a little farther north and just far enough that it could bring some scattered showers right through central Washington. So for President's Day, maybe a 40% chance of rain. High temperatures still about normal in those low 40s. For Tuesday, partly cloudy skies. We should see a good deal of sun throughout most of Washington on Tuesday. Warming continues. High temperatures then in the mid 40s, and that warm up will continue right into our Wednesday as low pressure kind of retreats back out in the Pacific. That'll allow some high pressure to build up. Mostly cloudy though for Wednesday and mild. We'll see highs in the upper 40s for next Wednesday. Taking a look now at your 7-day forecast. Chilly couple of nights coming up. In fact, the coldest overnight lows we've seen in a while. 23 overnight tonight, mostly sunny, 36 tomorrow, and then 22 as we kick off our Saturday, warming to 38 during the day on Saturday, and then the real warm up begins on Sunday, mostly cloudy and 42. Our best chance for rain will be on Monday, President's Day, 42 our high temperature, and then we will see a nice warm up getting you into Tuesday and Wednesday, a mix of clouds and sun, 46 Tuesday and 47 your high temperature on Wednesday. That's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Dan Kuntz and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
What once was old now is new to the NCWLIFE channel. Tune in for Bonanza, Superman, The Andy Griffith Show, The Beverly Hillbillies, The Invisible Man, The Lone Ranger, and The Lucy Show. Check your program guide for classic programming on NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station.
We start out with sports with a game that's going on right now, but don't change the channel. We need the ratings. The Seattle Kraken wrap up their 4-game East Coast road trip. They're taking on the Boston Bruins as we speak. That is on Root Sports Northwest. Men's college basketball schedule. The Cougars are playing good. Huskies not so much. They're both at home tonight. Let's take a look. First of all, Gonzaga is in California. They'll take on Loyola Marymount. That's at 6 o'clock on CBS Sports. The Cougars are at home welcoming the Cal Golden Bears at 7 o'clock tonight on the Pac-12 network on ESPN2. You can watch Stanford and Washington. And if you have ESPN Plus, you can watch Eastern leading the Big Sky Conference, by the way. They host Idaho State. The Lady Gonzaga Bulldogs are smoking hot. They won 18 games in a row. They'll try to make it 19 in a row. Again, this game is going on right now. You can watch it on ESPN2. I can't. I don't have it. Graham Sword had a couple of goals, 3 assists. We like that because Graham plays for the Wenatchee Wild, and they snapped their 5-game losing streak. They knocked off the Thunderbirds in Kent last night. The final was 7-4. Austin Drade with the call on the Wenatchee Wild Hockey Network.
Corner, Buchart's out to the point for Fluker. Sword weaves his way through, gets a wrist shot and scores! Graham Sword weaving his way through a couple of bodies at the face-off circle, and the Wenatchee Wild are on the board first. It's 1-0 early. Graham Sword not content to wait as he picks up his 12th goal to the near corner. Cycled across, Prasovsky weaving through, looking for a forehand chance. He scores. Carter Prasovsky with a rip to the top half, and another one for the Wild. Another one for the Wild Blue Liners specifically. Time of the goal, 14:33. Another one for the Wild. It is Carter Prasovsky. It is 2-0. Circle, back for Sward. At the point, threads that one through. They put it home and score! Sward had the initial shot. I know it hit somebody in front. I want to think it was Briley Wood. Hugs and hand pounds all around. Briley Wood, would you believe it? 3-2. Wild on the Dix hitting an air conditioning power play. Briley Wood with the towards center ice, shoving off contact with Sherbina. Cooper over the line, sliding shot block sends it in front. Wild tap it in, they score. A sharp angle play to the net. A lot of bodies coming towards Scott Ratzlaff, and this one is in. Another one for the Wild to make it 4-2. Cooper looking for Jonas Wu in front of the net. Another defenseman, another. Moore still looking for that first point of the night, and I think he just got it fired in right off the face-off. Don't blink, you'll miss it. And this time it's Rogers Bucharts. Another one for the Wild makes it 5-3. Far point for Sward. Friesen set up in front of the net. Wristed on, tip drill, he scores! It is Friesen! Off the bottom of his stick, it bounces just into the net, and Evan Friesen has a point in 14 straight. He's got a goal in 6 in a row. Another one for the Wild, it's 6-4. Time of the goal. Stick, but able to find Braden Holberton. Prasovsky across. A blast from the left wing, and Graham Sward does it again. A smash from Sward, and another one for the Wild. Time of the goal, 8:53 of the third period. It's 7-4, with 4 of those goals coming from Wenatchee Blue Liners. Going to make a final statement tonight. Rolled in Frazier, down to 2, down to 1. Time is up as Frazier takes one extra push at the horn.
The Wild return home tomorrow night. It is Hockey Fights Cancer with the Everett Silvertips in town. They'll drop the puck tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Girls High School scores. The Ellensburg Lady Bulldogs have won 72 games in a row. Prosser took them to overtime, but the Lady Bulldogs pushed their ticket to state 64-55, the final again in overtime for the afraid Lady Tigers. Their season came to an end. Sela knocked them off in the CWAC playoff 62-53. High school basketball tonight. Here's your schedule at Wenatchee High School. It is a doubleheader. It's the District 6 1B district tournament. Waterville-Mansfield will take on Pateros at 5:45. That's a winner to state game. And a loser-out game is Andy at Soap Lake in the other gym, also at 5:45. As far as the boys are concerned, we'll have this game for you tonight on our Facebook page at 6 o'clock. It is the Eastmont Wildcats, Sunnyside Grizzlies. The winner has a chance to move on to state. The loser is done. In the meantime, at the very same time, down in Yakima, the gateway to Wapato, it's Davis and West Valley in a winner to state game. Boys District 6 1B, again, at Wenatchee High School. It's Moses Lake Christian against Soap Lake at 7:30 tonight. Winner of that one moves on to state. Riverside Christian will take on Waterville-Mansfield in a loser-out game at 7:30 tonight. And that is sports. Have a great Thursday. On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, it's our buddy Tom Nees, the outgoing Chief Hope Officer for Serve Wenatchee Valley. There's going to be some changes afoot in leadership, but it's good news for you. You're moving into a role that you're familiar with, and everybody is going to be happy. Talk about real quickly about what we're talking about tomorrow.
We are doing some transition. Change is inevitable. Transition's what kills us. We've got a great team at Serve Wenatchee that's going to take this to the next step with a new incoming executive director as I move to the executive director role at Common Ground Community Housing Trust.
Tom Nees, that's Tom with an H, by the way, don't misspell it, on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.